My name is William, and I'm so excited that you are able to join us today. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, we are talking about what is a social media strategist. What is a social media strategist? I found that so many people don't understand what is a social media strategist, and sometimes we confuse it with a social media manager. And so, I'm a social media strategist, and I live in South Africa. So, I compared to other countries like Canada, like USA, like China, like UK, when we look at the rate of employment for social media strategists, they kind of low because people don't understand the importance of a social media strategist. They would rather employ someone who understands how social media works, and that is a danger because a social media strategist actually deals with, the metrics, the data, clicks, and all that, so that you can be able to understand, how many people get onto your website and how many people are actually your clients, and since we started with building that website and advertising it and building your social media, how many clients actually flocked to your store to buy things. So a social media strategist deals with those things, understanding the data and so forth. So what is a social media strategist? I have my notes here, so don't mind me when I look down. So a social media strategist is a person who helps build targeted campaigns and consumer engagements. But it's not only that, a social media strategist forms a team, that will be able to communicate with clients, create posts, and create goals, so that they can be able to, bring more clients, and have social media engagement, online engagements, so that people can be able to flock into your store and buy things. So, a social media strategist is mainly in charge of your marketing, goal setting, and planning for your social media platforms. And if you don't have any, they start from the ground up, understanding the goals of the brand. And we need to be able to understand that there's a difference between understanding the goals of the employer and the goals of the brand, because understanding the goals of the employer, and you're just understanding the vision of the CEO or the owner of the business. So it becomes challenging when you try to create something for the public, advertising, for instance, lunch bar to the public. But then now there is a CEO whispering to you how he wants things to be done, and you are actually not pleasing the brand, you are pleasing the CEO. There's a huge difference, and we need to be able to understand that you need to be able to please the brand, market the brand. Let it all be about the brand, not about the people that have employed you, not about the people that have employed you. And it's so, we see it a lot. We see it, for instance, when we look at DJ's Boo, for instance, with his More Fire. You cannot separate the two, More Fire and DJ's Boo. And that is a danger. If we want to be able to establish a company that is going to grow in the future, we need to be able to separate the CEO and the chairperson of the board, or the employer and the brand. So when I look at the brand, I don't want to see the employer. I want to see the brand and what it has for me and what I can do with the brand, So now the problem that they are having with More Fire is that, the brand is really connected with the employer or the CEO, And so for a social media strategist to get in and work on the brand, now he finds it difficult because now he has to combine the two. And at the same time, the employer or the CEO keeps on whispering, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And really a social media strategist, is in charge of taking a look at the goals of the company, and after that applying them to the social media so that they can be able to pull a following. So when it comes to actually sitting down with your client and being able to strategize and see if you can be able to build the brand, you need to be able to consider 6 things. For instance, we're going to talk more about this next week, so I'm just going to name these 6 things. First of all, you're going to have to set goals. When you're sitting down with your client and you are wanting to take his brand out there so that people can be able to know that the brand exists, you have to set goals and be aligned. And I'm going to explain this next week. And not only that, the third one is make a persona research. Number 4 is competitors research. Number 5 is social audit. Number 6 is set up an infrastructure. So before the brand gets to get out there and people get to know that Lunch Bar or More Fire or Canaan exists, you have to go through these steps and be able to, do some justice to the brand. Remember, your job is to make sure that people know about the brand. Not about the CEO, not about whatever matters that are arising in the company, but about the brand. You are protecting the brand. When people are against the brand, they are against sort of like you, because you need to be able to protect the brand, bring the brand out there so that people can be able to understand the purpose of the brand. So what the brand can do for me and what I can do with the brand. So this is the job of a social media strategist. This is the job of a social media strategist. And as a social media strategist, one of the things that I when I talk to my clients, one of the things that we talk about is that we need to be smart. And I got this from someone. He says that we need to be able to use the acronym SMART, So be specific. Your goals need to be measurable, attainable. They need to be relevant and timely. And it's so weird. Like I said in the beginning, people don't see, especially in South Africa, so many companies, so many churches, so many organizations, so many small businesses, we call them SMEs, they don't see the importance of a social media strategist. And a social media strategist will actually get your clients knocking on your door. They will get people from other provinces, other countries, other places to come knocking at your door because they found your brand online, pulling them straight to you. So it's important for you to be able to get yourself a social media strategist. Even if you don't employ them in your company full time, but you have to have someone that you are talking to. And my wife and I started this company, this business, so that we can be able to help out churches. But now we have grown, into advising other SMEs, into advising people that need to bring growth into their businesses. So it's important for one to be able to have a social media strategist. One of the things that I have noticed, especially in our country, is that, so many people have ideas. So many people want to write books, so many people want to bring something to life. But one thing that they don't realize is that when it comes to business today, things are done mostly online. Your clients are online. People that would give you advice to tell you, okay, how can this brand come to clients are online. Everything is online. People don't go to malls anymore. They sit down at home and they just type take a lot. They just, buy things online on Mr. Price. They buy groceries online on Pick and Pay. People don't go out anymore. People are making money at home. So if your business is all about hands, like for instance, you are a mechanic, you are a you tamper with chocolate. You need your voice to be heard by people out there. People need to be able to find you. International communities, not only just in South Africa, but international communities need to be able to say, hey, I saw that there's a mechanic who lives in South Africa and I found him online. That guy is really good at what he does. Let me just get him so that he can come in my country and I will pay him a certain amount of money to fix my car or to do a special thing in my car or pimp my ride, So everything is done online. Even churches today are online. Everything is online. So we need to be able to journey ourselves into, building brands online so that we can be able to pull more following, pull more clients, and pull more people into supporting our businesses and ideas, and so that we can be successful in our lives. And in order for us to get there, I cannot stress this enough. We need people like social media strategists, social media managers, people that understand how this works. We don't just need people that can post. You need people that can deal with metrics. You need people that can deal with your social audit, so that you can be able to understand where your business is and where your business is going. So I hope you have learned something today, because it's a very huge subject when we talk about social media strategy. Anyone can become a social media strategist, but of course you need some educational background. You need to be taught on how things are done. So I specialize mostly on websites, video editing, social media, so that I can be able to, my business is open. It touches every part. If I don't understand something, I go and research, then come back and do it, so that I can be able to give my clients the best service that I can. So it's important for you to keep on studying, to keep on researching as a social media strategist or social media manager, so that you can be able to grow and give services that other people can't to your clients. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Join us again next week. Next week we'll just break it down, so that we can be able to get those social media strategists in our businesses, or be able to develop that skill, so that we can be able to get more clients and be able to grow together. Thank you so much. Join me again next week, Friday, so that we can be able to discuss and be able to sit down and talk.